Hello everyone, welcome to my lecture. In this lecture, you will learn about machine learning using coding, part 4. Creating and using strings. Of all the data types, strings are the most easily understood by humans and not understood at all by computers. A string is simply any grouping of characters that you place within double quotation marks. The computer does not see letters at all. Every letter you use is represented by a number in memory. Because the computer does not really understand strings, but strings are so useful in writing applications. You sometimes need to convert a string to a number. You can use the int and float commands to perform this conversion. As with numbers, you can use some special operators with strings. The member operators let you determine when a string contains specific content. This table shows the contents. Interacting with dates. Dates and times are items that most people work with quite a bit. Society bases almost everything on the date and time that a task needs to be or was completed. We make appointments and plan events for specific dates and times. Most of our day revolves around the clock. To work with dates and times, you must issue a special import datetime command. Technically, this act is called importing a module. To get the current time, you can simply type datetime.now and press enter. You see the full date and time information as found on your computer's clock. Creating and using functions. To manage information properly, you need to organize the tools used to perform the required tasks. Each line of code that you create performs a specific task, and you combine these lines of code to achieve a desired result. Sometimes you need to repeat the instructions with different dates, and in some cases your code becomes so long that keeping track of what each part does is hard. Functions serve as organization tools that keep your code neat and tidy. In addition, functions let you easily reuse the instructions you have created as needed with different data. Creating reusable functions. Functions are reusable too. No one wants to keep repeating the same task. It becomes monotonous and boring. When you create a function, you define a package of code that you can use over and over to perform the same task. All you need to do is tell the computer to perform a specific task by telling it which function to use. The computer faithfully executes its instruction in the function absolutely every time you ask it to do so. When you work with functions, the code that needs services from the function is named the caller, and it calls upon the function to perform tasks for it. That is all for this lecture. Thanks for watching.